Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to use daily profiles to confirm a bias, as well as frame trades around that bias. In this video I'm going to show you guys the main daily profiles, why they work, and then I'm going to go into the charts and show you guys some examples. So the daily profile on the basic level is the Asian, London, and New York session divided into 3 separate sessions that forms the daily candlestick. So once you have that higher time frame bias established, you can use the formation of the London session and the Asian session to tell you what the New York session is going to do. Here's an example of a bullish daily candle or a classic buy day where we see a form of a open, a low, a high, and a close, or just a higher time frame power of 3. We typically would want to see a Asian session accumulation, a London session manipulation, or that London session Judas that takes out sell side liquidity and then start expanding higher where we get a near continuation to our draw on liquidity. Next is a classic sell day, which is a day you would anticipate when you have a bearish bias where you see a Asian session accumulation, a London session manipulation, higher that takes out buy side liquidity, and then a New York session expansion lower to our draw on liquidity. This would be a bearish power of 3. As you can see, we have our open, high, low, and close, as highlighted here on the daily candlestick. It's really important to understand that daily profiles come second to understanding the higher time frame bias and analysis. You want to pair the daily profiles with your higher time frame bias and your higher time frame draw on liquidity. That is how you would use it best in the markets. Next is the New York reversal. This is a higher time frame power of 3, but the Judas swing is at 9:30 open, where we would see a 9:30 open Judas that takes out the Asian session and London session accumulation, putting in the low of the day at the New York session, where we would see our expansion higher. Same idea, but just a bearish day. We see a Asian London session accumulation, a New York reversal where we have a 9:30 a.m. or a 10 a.m. open, taking out buy side liquidity or manipulation, and then for us to expand lower in the New York session. The next is a trend day where we see a Asian, London, and New York expansion in one single direction. This typically occurs after a day where we tap into a higher time frame PD rate and price starts trading off of. That's when you anticipate a day like this. Typically days like these are harder to read because there is no form of manipulation for you to get into the market. So you just have to be able to identify it is a trend day and try to catch a reversal to our draw on liquidity. Next is our seek and destroy day, or just a accumulation day where price is just accumulating and not really trading anywhere, not really expanding anywhere, and staying within a daily range. This typically occurs when there's no news or after a large expansion day. It's days like these you want to avoid trading because price action isn't the greatest. The next is the London expansion. It's where we have a overnight session expansion, which exhausts the New York session, leaving the New York session low probability. So when you see a London session expansion to our draw on liquidity, typically New York session will be lower probability because we have met our draw during the overnight session. And the overall daily expansion has already occurred pre-New York session, so it's best to avoid trading these days, or just be careful and come into the market with a scalper's mindset. Here is a classic buy day on the charts. You can see we have a Asian session accumulation, a London session manipulation lower, taking out sell side liquidity. On this, we actually have a S&T with the London low. This would be your manipulation move right here, and then we see our trade. We start trading higher, and New York open right here at 9:30 a.m. open. We continue higher to our draw on liquidity. This is a continuation, also known as a trend day, where we see Asian, London, New York session expand in one direction to our draw on liquidity, seeing no manipulation move on the daily time frame. These days are hard to trade, but when you can identify it, it can be very well. This right here is a New York reversal where we see Asian and London session accumulation, a New York 9:30 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. open, push up, forming that manipulation move, taking out buy side liquidity, where we have that reversal during the New York session. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please leave in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later.